Yoo-hoo! It's the time for package from China. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video, we are going to take a close look at the Easy Flash Omega. Is this the best cartridge you can get for your Game Boy Advance in 2021? So there are so many different options when it comes to playing Game Boy Advance games nowadays that we're going to talk about. But in this video, I wanted to show you also what kind of hardware option you're having. You have the original Game Boy Advance Classic, or the one with non-IPS display. The modified edition nowadays with a 2.0 funny playing LCD display. I made some separate videos about these Game Boys. And of course we can use the Nintendo DS Lite, because this thing still has the option to play Game Boy Advance games. Okay, but not to forget, we're having the Game Boy SP. The Game Boy SP is a very great option to play. This one does have a backlit screen and the 101 editions have a better display. But in my opinion, nothing beats the Game Boy Advance IPS 2.0 with funny playing display in it. But even then, there are even more options to play. Yep. So we're having also the Nintendo Macro. It's a custom made, basically it's a Nintendo DS Lite with only one screen. And they are like remodeling these things. A pretty cool way to play, if you ask me. Not to forget, the Nintendo DS Lite is just a great way, what I already mentioned. And of course, the first edition that I don't own at this moment has the option and the GBA slot. So we can play some games this way. There's only one big bummer. And that is, with the new generation DS, we couldn't play with the GBA card. So we can't use the Omega Flash card. Nope. So this is the DSi. It's still a very old edition, but you can see there is no GBA slot, only in DS, and the same goes for the 3DS and all the other versions that came after this model. Only we had the option to play the original games. Okay, so when it comes to games, what can we do with the Easy Flash, and is it a very awesome option? Yep, I think it is. So let's talk about the Easy Flash and what is it capable of running. So with the Easy Flash, we can play Classic Game Boy, Color Game Boy, Game Boy Advance of course, and NES games. Then I have a cartridge that I can pick up from a collection, so I just made a shot with these 3 cartridges. But we're having basically a 4-in-1 device. But if you're into, let's say, the classic games, you have a Game Boy, not an Advance but a Classic. There is also an option called the Game Color. With this cartridge, we can play, of course, the old school games. It does the same thing with the Classic and the Color, but it can play Advance of course, because also it doesn't have this option. But if you want to have the time option with Pokemon games, it is possible to use this with the Easy Flash, one of the very nice, neat features, and it also includes for the save function. We can just save our games without any problem. Another great feature that comes with this device, we're going to get some extra goodies. We can change it out and transform it, especially for something else. Take consideration, not every Easy Flash comes with a flash card. You need to buy one separately sometimes, and you need to get yourself a good one. Because the cheap ones, we have like slower loading speeds. So these are the awesome goodies I talked about. The Easy Flash, we can change it out in a smaller form factor, and also we have the option to get some different colors. In my opinion, it's pretty cool. So with this option, this is specially made for the people who want to go next level. So let's say you have like an NDS and you want to have the perfect fit for the color, or you just want to put it in a Nintendo DS Lite, you can do this. Okay, so let's talk about the systems and what can we play. So it works perfectly, of course, in the Game Boy Advance. And I noticed like how it fits in, it's just perfectly, like an original cartridge. I've noticed with these cheap cartridges, also with the fake ones, the multi-cards, they doesn't fit in that perfectly. But with the Game Boy Color, I already noticed compared with the Easy Flash, it works like a charm. The same goes for my Game Boy Advance SP. So this is the reason why we're going to get a different shell. Because here you can see it sticks out now. And with the Easy Flash, we can transform it into a special Nintendo DS Lite edition. The only thing that we need to do is remove only one screw. That's it. You can just pull up the cartridge cover. Be very gentle. So pull it up, wiggle it a little bit, not too much, otherwise you will break it. So you can see like it's a super tiny LCD. The biggest bummer I have with this device is that it has the battery on it that is soldered with a connector. So far I can see you cannot remove it, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So in the future, for the time clock, if this battery dies, I think we'll have a problem. Okay, so what you need to do for clicking it in, it's super easy. You need to align it with the hole in the cover over here, because this is needed for locking the system with the single Parker. That's it, click it back together. It's always like when I'm trying to make a video, it doesn't work the first time. Okay, you need to be careful that everything is clicked and everything is in its position. And you can put the screw back in and you're ready to go. Okay, so you can see that we're having now the Nintendo DS Lite Easy Flash. We click it in and it aligns perfectly. I love it and it looks amazing. So in my opinion, now we're having the Nintendo Macro Ultimate Edition with the Easy Flash. Alright, so let's boot up the system. And the first thing I noticed that it boosts up the Easy Flash super fast. So there are no very long loading times over here. When booted up within a couple of seconds, you can see we're having different folders: Game Boy Classic, Color, NES and Advance, and the saver file. Here he stores all of your instant save files. So that is a very convenient thing. But let's play some games, and you can see that by pressing left and right triggers that we can open up a special menu where we can do a lot of modifications. One of the things I like is the FPS meter in combination with the quick load, quick save, display options and the turbo function that we're going to use in the video. This is one of my favorite games to play on the Game Boy Classic, even now in 2021. I love this game so much. I've played it as a child so much. And yeah, the soundtrack, oh man, I love it. The simplicity and how good it sounds. And it's going to get stuck in your head. Okay, so let's take a close look at the Game Boy Color game. And I've noticed with R-Type I don't have a stable FPS. A little bit strange, but you can see that it is not perfect. And that's the reason I'm showing you this. Okay, so next up, let's try the auto fire or the turbo function. And you can see that works very well. You can switch them on and off very quickly in the menu. So with NES we're going to get the same functions like with all the other ones, like the Game Boy Classic and Color. There's a lot of fun playing the old school NES games on the Game Boy Advance. It's pretty cool in my opinion. When booting up a game, it loads up instantly, and that is something that I find super convenient. Of course, if you're having a large game, it will take up maybe a couple of seconds more, but overall, the performance when loading up the games is just perfect. There are so many ways to play. Great example are multi-game cards, but they are obsolete if you ask me. Like small collections, couple of games, or big collections with a lot of crappy games. The Easy Flash is just basically the ultimate way, in my opinion, for 2021 to play games on the Game Boy Advance, or of course on DS Lite, or another way you want to play. Well, thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become one of the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.